Hello everyone, it's Kate here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am participating in the Rainbow Magic YouTube and Instagram hop hosted by Crazy Craft Obsession. It is where we scrap a different monochrome colour of the rainbow every month. So this month it is pink, and so let's do it. I am scrapping a totally pink layout here, pink monochrome layout. So there is a hint of purple in the background. It's a Vicky Bouton pre-made mixed media background. Full disclosure, I made this layout in January. And this is actually using my January How to Kill a Kit with Style. And so if you watched my wrap up video way back in the end of January, the start of Feb, you will have already seen this layout. But you know, it's been a long time since then, so you'll be forgiven for not recognizing immediately that I made this in January and had already shared it with my YouTube subscribers. So this is using the This Is Us collection by Rosie Studio, which at the time I made this was my How to Kill a Kit with Style for the month of January. And I went through and pulled out all the pinky bits that sort of went with this background, and also pulling out the tones that both Addison is wearing and my grandmother is wearing. So my grandmother is wearing sort of that kind of magenta pink coloured pants, and her jacket is, I don't know whether it is pink. It's pulling a little pink in the photos, but it might well be more of a bone beige colour. But it's pulling more pink in the photos, possibly because it's completely surrounded by other shades of pink. And then Addison's wearing completely pink. So she's got a pink onesie on and then a jumper with pink florals. So, you know, the pink is working. And then it helps that myself and my mum are wearing very neutral colours. And then Thomas and Lincoln, who are in the photos as well, are also wearing pretty neutral colours. So nothing really clashes with the pink. So very happy with that. The reason why I made this video in January, I didn't intend for it to be monochromatic. But once it was sort of heading in that direction, I thought, this is silly, I should use this for this hop. So I have been hanging on to it for a while. So I'm creating 3 clusters. I've got 6 photos on the page, as you can see. I did cut them down slightly so they're not 3x4. I think I cut a 1/4 of an inch off both sides, just so that they would fit very nicely onto the page. So you can see I've put them in a diagonal, and I'm creating my 3 clusters, technically around those center 2 photos. They are the 2 photos of my grandmother with Addison, and I just think they're so beautiful. So my grandmother, so Addison's great grandmother, is talking to her, and Addison's really engaged, and Gran's, you know, so happy. Anyway, I just think they're beautiful photos. I did scrap the photo in the top left is the 4 generations. So Addison, myself, my mother, and my grandmother. And so I did scrap already a full-size photo of that, and these are going to go side by side in the album. So I thought about leaving off that top left photo, but to be honest, I just liked the symmetry of the 2-2-2 of the photos. So it went on. Plus, you know, the only other thing I'd be doing is throwing it out, so might as well stick it on the page. And then I'm just creating the clusters around my photos with the florals. They're all florals in the clusters, and then I'm adding a few little pieces of ephemera that are in the same colour tones, but also kind of work for the picture as well. So I've got like some cupcakes. My grandmother and mother both are massive bakers, and then I've got a little recipe box, same thing. Lots of cooking. It's very it's a big theme in my family. And then I've got some little dolls, just, you know, like a bigger doll and a smaller doll, just to sort of represent Addison, and then us as the adults in the photos. Anyway, just I think it turned out super cute, and I'm really happy with it. So do I make you sit through all of this? No, I don't. So I'm going to edit out the sticking down of the ephemera because it's all stayed in the same place. Some things I popped up on foam, others I kept really flat. I'm trying to keep the dimension down. These photos are still from 2022, so from last year. I'm not quite finished scrapping 2022 yet. But I took a lot of photos in 2022. Addison was born. I was on maternity leave. I took a lot of photos. I highly suspect 2023 will have far less photos now that I'm back at work. We'll be getting back into a routine with the family. I think there'll be a lot less photos taken. But I am scrapping 2022. I'm going to end up with 4 albums in 2022. I didn't want to. I only wanted 3, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm adding in some puffy stickers as well. So I'm making some puffy hearts into each of my clusters just to add a little bit of interest, a bit more different texture, some sprinkly bits, as Laura Alberts would say. And then I also added a little puffy butterfly. Actually, I added extra puffy sticker in each of the clusters. So the 2 bottom clusters have a little puffy ribbon or bow, and then the top cluster has a puffy butterfly. I don't add any splatters or anything like that, so we are done. Everybody who's participating in the hop will be linked down below. Should have said that at the start. It is hosted by Crazy Craft Obsession. I do have a link for their store, an affiliate link linked down below. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Thanks guys, bye.